in this game, you guys are going to be, there are going to be 3 teams. There's going to be the village team, the werewolf team, and then a team of monsters. So let me start off with the village team. So on the village team, you have a seer. The seer checks for either a werewolf or a monster. So when you do your check at night, you'll write down a person's name, and then you're going to write down either monster or werewolf. That's what you're checking for. So for example, if I'm checking Josh and they write werewolf, I will give him thumbs up if he's a werewolf. If he's anything else, monster or villager, I will give him a thumbs down. You're checking for a specific team, essentially. We're going to have Van Helsing. So Van Helsing every night has the option to kill. If they kill a villager, their vote won't count for the next day. They will still vote, but when I actually do the count, I will kind of skip over their votes. So I will have to count the votes each day so that you guys can kind of keep track of if the Van Helsing killed or not. And by the way, the Van Helsing does not have to kill if they don't want to.
Oh, we lost Connor. So Adam, please take over.
Yeah, continue with the explanation, Adam.
Well, I know what was supposed to be in the game, but I know he had to cut some stuff because people are gone. So I'll assume that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde are still in the game. So if you are that role, you get a choice each night. You can either choose to... Oh, here he comes.
I'm going to move to a different spot because sometimes I get better Wi-Fi connection. Give me a second. This is why Adam's here.
Yeah, come on, Adam.
He started.
Give us the information.
So if you're Dr. Jekyll, you can show it a name at night to research someone. If you research them twice, then you will get their exact role. So like a Mystic Sea ability, but you have to write their name down twice. Or instead of researching, you can drink the potion to transform into Mr. Hyde. If you are Mr. Hyde, the werewolves cannot kill you that night, so you are immune to being attacked. And the following day, you must make a nomination. If you do not make a nomination the following day, you will die. If you are Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, if you take the potion, and then that night, if the seer would check you, then they will see you as a monster, because in the Hyde form, you are a monster. However, if you are researching and the seer checks you, they will see you as a villager, because in the doctor form, you're a regular human. So Dr. Jekyll has 3 potions, so you can choose to drink them at any time. If you drink the 3rd potion, you permanently become Mr. Hyde, so you can no longer do the research action, and you move to the monster team. So you're permanently Mr. Hyde, you're permanently a monster, your win condition is with the monster team. You're no longer a villager.
Are you still immune to werewolves at night, though?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You still have your power as Mr. Hyde, but you still have to nominate every day. You still can't be killed at night. So the actions of Mr. Hyde are the same. It's just you turn teams. Bodyguard is in. It's a plain bodyguard. Choose a player to protect at night. That will protect, I'm going to assume, against any form of killing or death. So Van Helsing, or is that right, Connor? Can you still hear?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
You guys keep coming in and out on me. Sorry, I'll be back.
Okay. So bodyguard will protect against any type of night kill. You cannot choose the same person back to back like normal.
Yeah.
So any questions on the village? There will also be plain villagers, obviously. And then possibilities of cursed and lichens, which lichens show up as werewolves if the seer checks them. Cursed, if they're attacked at night, they will turn by the werewolves, they'll turn into a wolf.
And Connor uses the same system as Joseph, that the bodyguard does not protect from curse.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think that stuff can stack, so I don't think there will be like a cursed Van Helsing or anything like that. But you can verify with him when he gets back. So that's the village team. For the werewolves, there will be unknown number of plain werewolves. There will be an unknown number of outcast wolves, which we'll get to the boogeyman in a second, but the outcast wolves will wake up at night. They won't know the regular werewolves. The regular werewolves will not know the outcast wolves. The only time the outcast wolves will get to do a kill action is if one of the regular werewolves gets scared by the boogeyman, which we'll go over in a second. So outcast wolf, you may not have a whole lot to do, but you're still a wolf and you win with the wolves. Also, if the boogeyman tries to scare you, you just die because you're cowardly wolves.
You wake up with the wolves. The
No,
outcast wolf.
you wake up separately. The wolves will be called. All the wolves and the special role wolves will wake up, and then separately the outcast wolves will be called. So for the, I just went through the regular wolves and the outcast. Connor, I don't know if the specialty wolves, are you telling them which ones specifically, or is it just
I'm telling you,
some
so
combination of?
yeah, it's going to be a combination. So there's going to be one of these 3 wolves in the game. The rabid wolf, which how the rabid wolf works is if the village kills the rabid wolf, whoever nominated or seconded, one of them will randomly become a wolf. So every time a wolf dies during the day, I will always pretend like I'm either messaging or actually messaging someone saying you're a wolf. So before you guys go to sleep, when you kill a wolf during the day, I'll message you. If the wolf is killed by at night by like Van Helsing or one of the monsters, which I don't know if we got to those yet, it doesn't affect anything. One thing too, to make sure we clarify this too, monsters cannot turn into a werewolf. So if 2 monsters nominated the rabid wolf, then they won't turn. So that's one of the 3. The second one is the starving wolf, which all the starving wolf is if nobody kills during the day, the werewolves get 2 kills at night. And then the last one is the mystic wolf. After the wolves wake up and make their kill, I will wake up the mystic wolf, whether they're in the game or not. I will say, mystic wolf, wake up. And they will look at somebody and I will give them the exact role of that person. So one of those 3 is in the game.
So if there's a rabid wolf and a monster nominates and a villager seconds, or the other way around, is that 100%? It's 100% for the villager. It won't be 50-50 nothing or villager.
Yep. Same thing as if a wolf nominated another wolf and a villager nominated, which has happened before, you're basically forcing that villager to turn into a werewolf. So they can use that to their advantage. All right. You went over, did you go over Werewolf Hunter?
No.
Okay, so Werewolf Hunter will be in the game. That one is a guarantee. Werewolf Hunter, when they die, whether it's night, day, they get to kill somebody. And I'll come back to this. I'll circle back around when I get to the monsters, but they get to just kill somebody when that happens. And then there are going to be an unknown number of outcast werewolves. How they work, they're going to kind of tie into one of the monsters, but basically they won't wake up with the werewolf team. They will wake up after the werewolf team, and they're like a backup group. So the werewolf team and the outcast wolves won't know who each other are, and they cannot kill each other if they target each other at night. So if they do pick the outcast wolf or vice versa, an outcast wolf picks one of the werewolves, they won't kill each other. Nothing will happen. All right, so that was the wolf team. Also, I did this last game, but I don't think anyone remembered. So there is going to be a potion that the werewolves are going to use. It's going to be the Chupacabra potion, and I'll talk about that. But it's a once per game use. If the werewolves decide to use it, they will just say, hey, we're going to use the potion at night, and then pick somebody. If that person is the Chupacabra, they are killed. If it's not, nothing happens. So that's a once per game thing. So once they use it, it's done. So that leads me into the monster team now. So on the monster team, we have the Chupacabra. Works just like Tom's Chupacabra in his game. Wakes up. And by the way, I'm going to wake up all the monsters at once. So it'll make it a little easier. So I'm saying monsters wake up. So Chupacabra will write down a name. If that person is a werewolf, they are killed that night. If that person was a villager, nothing happens. Then there is the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman will also write down a name. If the Boogeyman writes down a name of a person that wakes up during the night, they do not activate. I will actually have a message that just says you're scared, so you know the boogeyman targeted you. If the boogeyman scares one of the werewolves don't get to kill that night. So they'll see scared. I won't tell them which one of them was scared. I'll just say scared. This is where the outcast wolves come in. So after I wake up the werewolves, the outcast wolves get woken up. I will give the outcast wolves the thumbs up that says you guys get to kill tonight. So they're like the backup. If the boogeyman scares a werewolf, the outcast wolves get to kill. So most nights, the outcast wolves aren't doing much. One thing to note, since the outcast wolves aren't really in this big pack with the other wolves, they're kind of outcast. If the boogeyman scares an outcast wolf, they die that night. And then lastly, we are going to do Dracula, which is a little different than I think the rules have them. But the way I'm going to do them is whoever Dracula writes as a name, if that person is nominated and seconded that day, we'll go through their defense, we'll all vote. No matter what the vote is, though, that person will die. So even if it was unanimous, everybody voted up, that person dies. And I can't remember, we ended the day when that happened, or did we not? We kept the day
I think
going?
Elliot died, and I think we ended the day.
Okay.
Yep. And
Yeah.
So
So
it's like,
it'll
like
end-
the vampires, right?
Yeah, so it'll end the day even if it was the first nomination.
Did the monsters go first in the nice order?
Yeah, yeah, and I'll go through the order of everything, how I'm waking everybody up.
So is there only 2 things on the monster team?
no,
Three.
3.
Chupacabra, Boogeyman, and Dracula.
Oh, Chupacabra is on the monster team. Okay.
Yeah.
If I'm the boogeyman, do I have to scare every night or can I choose to?
You have to scare every night, and I'm glad you brought that up because Boogeyman and Dracula, you cannot write the same name multiple nights in a row. So just like Bodyguard, you do have to alternate. So you can't keep picking the same person every single night.
So monsters
Chupacabra.
win on parity, or?
Yeah, so let me go over the win condition now. So
Can you
win-
scare yourself?
Why would you?
Bluff?
I don't know. Well, let me explain the win condition because you'll see why you would want, I guess, you really do want to scare every night. There's no reason not to. So the way the villagers win, like always, they have to kill all the werewolves. They don't care about the monsters. Their goal is to get rid of all the werewolves.
Jag vill bara på natt. Ja.
The monsters victory condition is to have parity with the villagers. So they don't care about the werewolves. They just want parity with the villagers. So if there's 3 villagers, 3 monsters, and who cares how many werewolves, the monsters win automatically. And lastly, the werewolves have to outnumber everybody else or have parity with everybody else. So monsters and villagers kind of combined.
So the Chupacabra wins regardless, or just by themselves?
Nope, they're on the monster team. So that the Chupacabra, Dracula, and Boogeyman, in order for them to win, because they're all on the same team, they have to have parity with the villagers.
So is Chupa like a normal Chupa?
Yep.
And killable by werewolves.
So if the Chupacabra, because normally the Chupacabra wins by killing all the werewolves, but if he does that, then the village team's going to win.
Yes.
If there are more villagers. So they have to be smart in how they're.
Yeah.
The whole point of this game is not for the monsters and villagers to gang up against the wolves or the wolves and monsters game. There's this balance that you're gonna have to go through.
Did the outcast wolves use that potion for the Chupacabra, or just the regular werewolves?
I'm gonna say just the regular werewolves. So if all the regular werewolves hadn't used it, and by the way, if all the regular werewolves had died and there's still outcasts left, they will just take on the role of regular werewolves.
It's going to be fun.
And I don't think I said it with Chupa, but if the werewolves target Chupacabra, they won't die during the night. But the other 2 will. Boogeyman and Dracula, they will. Any other questions? I know Adam was going over Dr. Jekyll. He's got a couple of things going on. So he can become a monster if he drinks that 3rd potion permanently. Every time he does drink a potion, if the seer decides to check him as a monster, he will be seen as a monster. So if he doesn't drink the potion, he checks him as a monster, he won't get that. One thing I think I'm going to change from the last game that we did, because there's an unknown number of lichens and cursed. If a werewolf gets a curse, they become a werewolf. If the Chupacabra gets a curse, they're just going to become a monster. They're not going to become an extra Chupacabra. So they're just on the monster team to wake up the monsters and they just their number.
So do the monsters wake up together?
Yes. So I'll go through that right now. So how it's going to go for the night. Monsters will all wake up at the same time. I'll say monsters wake up. I'll give them a couple seconds. They'll all write down a name and I'll do 3, 2, 1 and they all reveal. So they're all going to see who each other write, but they, at the beginning of the game at least, they're not going to know who's who. They're not going to know which one of you is Chupacabra or whatever. Then I'll do the bodyguard will wake up. Then I will do the wolves. Who do they want to kill? Then I'll do Mystic Wolf. Again, whether they're in the game or not, I'll wake them up. Then I'll do Outcast Wolves. I'll give them like the okay, yes, you guys are killing, or no, you're not killing. Then it'll be Van Helsing. Then Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, and then Seer will be last.
Does a werewolf bodyguard protect the werewolf?
Yep. Bodyguard protects against everything, and I'm gonna make Graham really happy. If anybody attacks the curse and the bodyguard protects, they don't turn. I know
that's
you changed. Yay!
Yeah, we'll do that. Since I had to cut the numbers down a little bit.
Graham is usually cursed. I guess that's why.
So then we just hang him day 1.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right, so I'm gonna get the rolls. I'm gonna send them out, and then Adam, if you wouldn't mind at least taking over the first day. And how this, by the way, why Adam is hosting right now or helping me host is my wife has an appointment, a hair appointment tonight that I didn't know about. So she's going to be leaving, and then I have to take care of the little guy for a little bit. But I'll be putting him down, and then I'll come back in if we're still rolling. But Adam, he's going to get all the information, and he might be going through some of the nights with me or on his own. Makes sense. All right, so let me come up the rolls, then I'll send them out to you guys.
So I assume Connor being nice and he didn't put the rabbit wolf into the game.
I don't know, we could throw the Tanner in for shits and giggles.
Oh, Connor loves the rabbit wolf.
Yeah, but he, he's not hosting most of the game. That's why I think he's not putting it in.
Adam is a pro.
I don't think he put Starving Wolf into the game because he loves just having that one as a threat.
Actually, what happens is every time we switch off, like if I take over hosting, there's a new wolf added. And then when he comes back, new wolf is added. So,
That sounds like a Connor game.
Yeah.
So let me
I
just
want to be on the werewolf team.
Do we have? Is this a 3 nomination? Is it a Joseph voting system? Yes,
3 nominations. It's 3 nominations.
So it's an Adam voting system then.
I love you, Jesse. I hate Graham because he's trying to make it look like it's not my system.
Wait, didn't you start using it after the cultist game?
Yeah, it's a cultist game, yeah.
No, I invented it.
No, I remember that game. You stole it.
Yeah, we all remember the cultist game. Who played that?
I was going to say, hands up all those who've been bollocked by Graham for saying Joseph's voting system.
I just say it now. Mess with Graham.
Talking smack about Joseph's voting system.
We'll see how this goes. Everybody go to sleep. All right. First things first is you won't get to activate, but monsters wake up and say hello to each other. No hints on which monster you are or anything. Just wave and say hi. Okay. You can all go back to sleep. Next will be bodyguard. Wake up and say hi. All right. Thank you. And now remember, this is not the outcast wolves. So just regular werewolves and then the wolves with a special role, not outcast wolves. So werewolves, please wake up. There should be this many. Okay, thank you. You can go back to sleep. Now, just to say hello, I guess, just to make sure, Mystic Wolf, you can wake up and say hello. Okay, thank you. And now, Outcast Wolves, only the Outcast Wolves, please wake up. You should see this many of you. Okay, thank you. You can all go back to sleep. Van Helsing, wake up and say hello. Van Helsing, please wake up. All right, thank you. And first character that can act tonight is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Please wake up. So, since there are no night attacks, I assume you won't be. Okay, thank you. You can go back to sleep. And finally, Seer, please wake up. So Seer, remember, you're going to give me the name of the person you want to check and whether you want to check if they are a monster or a werewolf. Remember, thumbs up means you guessed correctly. Thumbs down means that they are not the team you guessed. All right, Seer, you can go back to sleep. And everybody can wake up. Fortunately, none of you died, but apparently you killed one of the hosts, so we need to avenge this heinous crime. And I think you said it, but standard 3 nomination. I don't know who to credit that to, but we'll call it Connor's standard 3 nomination system.
Connor system.
And
yes, I would like that to be credited.
Yes, and I can't remember if he said it, but there's a 15-second timer on each day, so go.
15 seconds.
Well, I do want to note somebody made the 4 nomination system, and I improved on it by doing the 3 nomination system.
Okay. So. Good job, Connor. Good job.
Well, I think last time we played this, people they seem to want to go after exclusively werewolves and not monsters, and I think we should bear in mind that didn't work very well last time, and we should kind of
it worked. The village won.
But I think the seer should. Barely. Guys, shouldn't the seer just check for werewolves? Because
werewolves, yeah.
We just need to kill the werewolves. We don't care about the monsters.
So the Chupacabra is usually a very dangerous role for the village because it starts killing villagers after killing werewolves, but not in this game. So we don't care about the Chupacabra.
Wait. Do we agree, Lucas?
Yeah, we agree.
Oh, that's scary. That's scary, Lucas. I'm scared now.
Yeah, so the seer should only check for werewolves. We don't care about the monsters.
Yeah. So that's a tip to whoever is.
The only other thing that I want to say is that as the true acolyte of Van Helsing, I want to implore them, please use your ability all the time. Kill. There's so many juicy targets in this village to slay with your heavenly blade. I want you to kill. Yeah.
Isn't Van Helsing using a crossbow?
Is that some kind of mini lasers? That was a really. That doesn't look like it's made for humans. The handle is like my pen.
Don't challenge him.
Lightsaber mini.
If you point that at my screen, my cats will go bananas, so don't do it.
He just needs to now put the voice changer on that he
No,
has.
do not encourage him.
No, save it for the live stream, Alex. Save it for live stream.
I won't use that today.
One other thing that I want to make sure I go over too and help Adam out when he does take over for a little bit is when you nominate and second, I will be very clear of, okay, this person nominated, this person seconded, so you guys are all aware of it, just in case there's multiple people, because that's important if the Rabid Wolf is in the game.
Yeah.
It's very
But I do want to say that
these,
we should all trust in Van Helsing. They are god tier.
Well,
it's like double moderator thing. It's kind of...
Yeah, we'll just sit back and let Van Helsing kill everyone. Yeah.
Van Helsing can kill monsters, right, Connor? For example, Chupacabra.
Yep. Van Helsing can
kill anybody.
If they kill a villager, though, their vote during the day will not count. And Adam and I win if we outnumber anybody at the end of the game. So
you're probably gonna win those. Hey, I want to be on the moderator team. We could have 3 moderators, and then we win if we outnumber.
Well, I think Jugan's still lurking, so we can add him to our
4
team
moderators.
too.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh no.
God.
That's why everyone wants to be moderating games now. They want to be on the moderator team.
But I like Adam wrote on Facebook, like the first person to die becomes the moderator. I like that.
Yeah.
With their own rules.
Jogan agrees.
Oh, so Balash, you changed your location.
Sus. Super sus.
So, Victoria, are you a monster or a werewolf?
I'm a villager. Are you a monster or a werewolf, Joseph?
I'm a villager, but I don't think you are. I think you're one of those two.
Why?
You look uncomfortable. Yeah.
I mean, it is a bigger group. I'm usually more comfortable in the smaller games.
Yeah. I mean, you're usually the tanner in my games, but there's no tanner.
I'm really comfortable when I'm the tanner.
She doesn't look as absolutely defeated as she did in that game yesterday.
That's true. That was very sad.
So, Anna, what do you think about Jerry? Is she a werewolf?
Jerry, are you a werewolf?
No.
I actually believe her.
So she's a monster then?
No, I don't get those vibes from her yet, but I haven't heard her talk very much. We'll see. I don't have. Sasha's really quiet. Sasha's really quiet.
Aren't we like 2 minutes into the game? Like,
wait, Sasha's not here. I'm confused.
Sasha's not here.
What'd you say?
Matthias, did you also change location, or is it different because you have light on?
Yeah, it's the same location as always.
But you have lights on. That's right.
You're a little crooked,
Yeah.
Mateus.
I'm trying to figure out the lights and the zoom. Yeah, the camera is a bit tilted. I don't want to touch it because then the USB breaks and then I.
Barbie.
Shooting a horror
Or
film.
maybe we risk it.
Why do you think Ned is so suspicious of Luciana?
You should always be suspicious.
That thought hadn't crossed my mind yet, but
It's a werewolf in every game, all the time.
Snoopy.
So, Josh, why do you think Abdul is suspicious of Lucas?
Because he has red hair.
Wait, who has red?
Checks out.
I do.
You do?
Apparently.
So, Josh, what use do we have to you in the village now that Chris is not here?
And Sean is also not here. Sean is also not here.
So we don't have any use for Josh, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. I can be good to the village besides those few people.
Didn't work out last time.
You killed me yesterday.
I just want to point out yesterday.
Did you kill Lucas? Come on.
Yeah, he killed me as the Tanner.
No.
Day one.
Don't worry, I came back. I won as the Tanner on day 1 too. But I called out both werewolves in that game day 1, and I was still punished for my actions.
Yeah, but to be fair, that led to a very interesting argument between me and Chris about who actually was the villager hunter.
So how about this game?
So
This
Graham, Graham, does Dracula have glasses?
Oi,
I
don't
would
be
have had to have
glasses.
woken up at night with them to know. I actually suspected Alex was going to be a monster, but not one who got to wake up with them. He's not a monster yet, but give him 2 more nights.
So you think he's still a villager?
I think he's a monster right now, but on the village team.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, if Alex got Dr.
How on
Jekyll, he's
earth
just
would you
gonna
come
drink
to that
3 days.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
become a monster.
We all know that.
I will not
I was
confirm nor
thinking,
deny.
who would have drank the potion last night? Alex. And based on Adam's reaction when he said that he assumed they weren't going to drink the potion, I
We
thought
should
maybe somebody
know
drank
that
the potion.
quite soon.
Do you
Yeah,
want to
he has to
nominate
nominate.
someone?
He has to nominate. I nominate.
I would-
Time's left.
Who?
What?
Daily. I nominate Daily.
Lucas nominated
okay.
Alex. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right. Lucas
He shot me
nominated
yesterday.
Alex. Jesse seconded. This is the first nomination of the day. Alex, this is your defense.
Well, I'm on the village team. You don't want to kill me. It's first day. Don't really have a ton of suspicions going right now, but you know, I understand getting somebody up here and going. and obviously Jesse's got his reasons. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say. I'm not Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I'll tell you that.
I have a question. If you were Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, would you have drunk a potion last night?
Oh God, yeah.
I don't have the muting ability yet, Joseph. So if Adam is lurking in the background and wants to.
Well, he's host now. Yeah, Adam has to. Yeah, Adam, you should make Connor co-host. Yeah.
All right. So this is a vote for Alex. This is the first vote of the day, and there are 16 of you. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Vote. Only one vote down. That is not enough to kill. And that was the first vote of the day. So you guys still have 2 more. I don't know if I said this too, so I want to make sure this is clear. For the wolf total, the outcast wolves do count for their total. So they would win as far as the number goes. And if a monster dies, I will just say you've killed a monster. I'm not going to say specifically which monster is killed.
So, Balaz.
I just want to clarify. I trust Alex. My eyes are just bleeding because of his dress. Sorry.
That's a valid defense. So,
what, like, do we think, how many werewolves do you think are in this game? 3 or 4? I mean, because there's monsters and
I'm
werewolves.
pretty sure we have 2 outcast wolves.
I'd say 5 makes sense.
5.
2 werewolves, 2
So
outcasts.
8 bad people.
Well, we have
plus
2
2 is
outcasts,
4,
1
so-
hunter, and 1 special role, and probably a normal werewolf. Yeah.
Holy smokes. We're in trouble. We better kill some werewolves.
I mean, no, that on the bright side, if we have monsters we can kill and we don't care about, we have werewolves in the numbers that don't necessarily even know each other, there's a good chance we'll hit someone today that's a good kill. So
yeah, we definitely have to kill someone on day 1.
Yeah.
Just,
I'll nominate Victoria.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll
nominated.
Alex nominated Victoria, and Joseph seconded. This is the second vote of the day. Victoria, this is your defense.
I'm a villager. Please don't kill me. I noticed that Alex did nominate today, so that's very interesting. But I'm just a villager.
Got to keep the conspiracies alive.
And who seconded?
Joseph.
All right, this is the, let me meet you all again. This is the second vote of the day. And this is for Victoria. Voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. It is only 3 votes down. That is not enough to kill. And again, that was the second vote of the day. You guys have 1 more nomination.
Jerry, how could you do me like that?
That was a bad defense, and I know bad defenses.
I don't really know what else to say, to be honest.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was an okay defense.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a bad defense.
It was short, sweet, and to the point.
Luciana, did you like her defense?
Better than the hesitation I heard before.
Luciana, are you what kind of monster are you?
I'm a villager.
Does she have a quirk where she has to laugh at inappropriate times?
I always laugh, so it's not a quirk.
That's true. That's true.
I did think something was weird on Luciana, but I'm terrible at reading both her and Lucas, so.
So why did you nominate me, Alex?
Because I knew it would get a second.
Wait,
Wow.
so does if Jekyll drinks, does he have to be nominated and second, or is it just
No.
Yeah.
So
He
you-
only has to say, I nominate.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, really?
Pretty sure it had to be seconded.
Now, yeah, this is something I definitely want to jump in on. I did change that. They have to be seconded for their vote or their nomination to count. So
Wow.
if nobody seconds, that next day they will die.
It's weird though. Should we consider Dr. Jekyll to be an enemy? Like He is sort of in the long run.
But after one person has done 3 nominations on 3 different days,
So after
then
day
we
four.
consider them a monster.
Doesn't he have
Alex,
to
you
drink
should do that.
3 potions first?
Yeah, that's why only
But
after
if he's just gonna drink the potions and not do the investigation, then he's not really helping the village anyway.
Yeah, but he's not hurting the village.
No, that's true.
If by day 4 he's done 3 nominations, then we can waste a kill on Alex. But at this point, why bother?
Yeah, that's true. He might be sneaky though, like sneak one day in between when he doesn't drink.
We'll see.
No.
So Joseph and Graham also voted to kill Victoria. Why?
Of the people who'd spoken, that was the one that seemed like the most suspicious. And I don't really want to give more people the chance to nominate just for the sake of fitting in more nominations if there's somebody that I was comfortable killing. So,
Barbie, are you comfortable?
Would say so.
So you like your role?
Yes, I do.
Oh, Dracula. That's my gut feeling.
I'm aware I have a slightly paler complexion, but I feel like
You're one to drink some blood.
I'm always wrong about Joseph. However,
yes, you are.
I know. But I'm ready to be wrong again.
I'm mostly wrong about you as well. So,
you have asked a lot of people if they're monsters, but you're not asking anyone if they're a werewolf. And I noticed when there's like two negative teams.
I asked Victoria if she's a werewolf or a monster.
Did you?
One of those.
You did.
He did.
Okay, fair enough. But you keep asking about monsters.
Yeah, but I ask a lot of questions. But that's because we have to get things going. Like we can't just sit around and not.
So
you're right, and I need to.
So, Helle, do you think the monsters are dangerous?
I don't know.
That's a trick question, right?
Yeah, it was.
I haven't played this game before with the monsters, I think. So, just looking at what is going on. And
do you want to kill monsters or werewolves?
Werewolves, of course. We need to kill them to win as villagers.
Very interesting.
Joseph, why did you vote to kill Victoria?
Because I think she's bad.
He said gut feeling,
yeah. Like I'm not sure what kind of bad, but some kind of bad. I could be wrong though, but that's my gut feeling.
You are wrong.
Parash, if you don't say something productive, I will nominate you for the 3rd.
Please don't.
That wasn't really productive.
Don't
I don't know.
him, Lucas. Now he gets nervous.
No, I'm not threatening.
No,
I just wanted him to talk, you know.
I know. It's just the usual stuff. What should I say? I'm a villager. I'm on the village team. And I don't have my melodica, so...
You're what?
That's
never mind.
You just don't want to go up against me again, do you?
Abdul, what are your thoughts?
I've got a funny feeling about Joseph for a change. I don't know why.
How come you haven't got a funny feeling about Alex's costume? That's scary as hell.
Well, that's not what I'd call a funny feeling.
No. Oh, for God's sake.
It's not arousing a funny feeling. It's more.
We hope it's not
a different category.
So Abdul, why do you get a? What's up with me?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a feeling.
If you had a shrimp and a Barbie, what would you do with them?
Well, a shrimp, it's like a dwarf or something, isn't it?
What?
A shrimp, it's like a dwarf or something, isn't it?
They're prawns, Alex.
Oh, you were telling him.
Asian tiger shrimp.
Oh, God.
Well, nowadays, I'd probably skewer it.
That's a good way. I like that.
Is there a timer or no?
And for some reason, I've got some positive feelings about Anna today, too. That's the other one.
I usually give you guys the first day a little longer, and then I'll start doing quicker timers as the days go on.
If Yeah, if asking quiet people to talk saves me, then I would like to hear from Ned because he usually has good.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Ned, what did he think of Helle? Was it suspicious what she said, or do you think she's a villager?
It's hard to say. I've only played one game with her, and she was about this even tone throughout the whole thing, and she was a werewolf. Killed everybody. Ooh. So I reserve judgment on her a little bit later, I think.
Are you still suspicious of Luciana?
I'm always suspicious. That's a given. Just fill that blank in and just move on to something else.
You're suspicious of everyone?
Yeah, of course. Everyone. Everyone who's not.
Last time I said that, I died.
My suspicion list is Luciana, Victoria, Barbie, Jerry, Hella, and Anna.
So basically all the women.
All the women?
Can I swear on this? Please?
I have Women's Month
for all
Alex.
of you.
Come on.
No,
I have
he's
perfect reads on all of you.
Alex, for all the women in the group.
They might have enough to pass a vote, Alex. You might want to be careful.
I nominate Alex for that sexist comment.
Is it real nomination?
Jerry nominated Alex and
Oh.
seconded. So this is the third nomination of the day. So just to clarify,
So good back to
Jerry
you.
nominated and Anna seconded. Alex,
Women
this is
want
defense. This is the third and final defense.
No defense from me. I'm just chilling here on the village team. So whatever you guys want to do.
All right, I'm gonna mute you all because no matter what, whether you go ahead, Graham.
A question for the moderator. If by chance we were to kill Hyde while they had a potion, would they read as a villager or monster when they're killed?
I'm gonna read them as a villager. It's just for the seer. Yeah. All right. So this is the third and final vote. So I'm gonna mute you all because no matter what, you will go to sleep after this vote. This is for Alex in 3, 2, 1, vote. Looks like I think 12 votes down, so that is enough to kill. So Alex, you are dead, and Alex was a villager. Good night, everybody. All right, so now we're gonna wake everybody up and you're all gonna activate tonight. So let's start off with the monsters. Please wake up. Give you a couple of seconds to write down a name, and then I'll do 3, 2, 1, and then you'll reveal. I'll record those names and you go back to sleep. All right, in 3, 2, 1, reveal. I apologize if you hear my son in the background. All right, thank you. Go back to sleep. All right, let's do the bodyguard. Please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Werewolves, go back to sleep. All right, Mystic Wolf, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Mystic Wolf, please go back to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Outcast Wolves, please go to sleep. Yeah, Van Helsing, please wake up. Van Helsing, you have the option to kill tonight. If you want to, just write down a name. All right, Van Helsing, go back to sleep. Let's get Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. Give me a name if you want to research somebody, and write potion if you want to drink a potion. All right, thank you. Go back to sleep. Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Seer, go to sleep. And everybody wake up. All right, and there actually were a couple of deaths last night. Lucas, you were dead. Lucas was a villager. And Joseph, you were dead. Joseph was a werewolf, but Joseph gets to bring somebody down with him. Joseph, who would you like to kill?
Oh, it's hard. I think the seer is Jesse or Josh. I'm gonna kill Jesse.
Okay, Jesse, you are dead, and Jesse was a villager.
Oh, damn.
It's gonna be a fast game.
We're 3 villagers down already.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Do you think there's a reason he called out Josh when he said that?
I think it was because I was quiet yesterday. I will say I'm not the seer, but I think if that was why he thought maybe I was. So werewolves, you don't have to kill me. I'm just a villager.
Do you think he actually thought Jesse was a seer, though?
I mean,
you should never trust anything Joseph say.
Well,
he
but
just
as a
bluff all the time.
Well, I don't think
He
it
could
was
have
right,
mentioned
but like,
Josh's name to throw us all off.
yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I'm asking what you guys think about him calling out Josh.
So we kill another villager, I guess.
I mean, it's maybe a good idea not to forget it, but I wouldn't maybe focus on it for
He
now.
called you out as well. I think you were also on his suspicion list.
No,
and
I mean like that was like his dying words. I was just like wondering what you guys thought about it.
Does Joseph throw werewolves under the bus?
Yes.
Yeah.
He does.
Okay.
Very, very often. I will never forget Joseph, but it's forgiven.
We'll never forget, but it's forgiven. Okay, yeah.
But he's also trying to find monsters. Like I feel like this is a strange game because werewolves and monsters are trying to find each other too.
Yeah. But I'm bad at reading people, so. But you were the only one who was asked if you were a werewolf or a monster. Others were only asked if they were monsters.
So for what it's worth, I actually thought Joseph might have been the seer, and I thought he had checked Victoria, night 0, and that's why he was doing that, pushing on Victoria. But so now I'm kind of confused because I also did not like the way that the Jerry and Anna and Abdul were interacting with each other. That's why I was kind of sitting back and watching those 3. But now I really don't know because Joseph turned out to be a werewolf. So
I didn't say a single word to Abdul. He said that he mentioned me, and I hadn't even talked with him, so I don't know what interaction you saw between me and him.
He talked to you, so.
No, I talked about.
Talked about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to say I'm kind of worried that Dracula might have picked me last night. So if you guys do want to nominate me, would you at least give me a chance to defend myself before you do?
Just talk.
Can I ask a
Dracula was the
question?
nomination thing.
In this game, if the villagers go to a low number, then the monsters will win, right? So I guess the werewolves should try to watch out not to kill too many of the villagers, or what?
Oh yeah, that's true.
To clarify, again, all the win conditions, villagers win if they kill all the werewolves. Monsters win as soon as they reach parity with just the village team.
Exactly.
And the werewolves win as if they outnumber or reach parity with everybody.
Yeah.
Also, what was that, Anna and Jerry? Like, I was irritated by Alex's comment, but he was very obviously a villager, so why did you do that?
I didn't think he was a villager.
Alex plays very chaotically, and to be honest, I don't want to see his codpiece on camera.
I didn't want to, I wasn't bothered by his comment, but his defense was just not good enough for me to vote up.
Right. I didn't think he was a villager, and that's why I was. And then after his comment, I was definitely willing to second him. I would have never put him up, but because I wasn't sure what his role was. But then when he made that comment, I was like, okay, I'll second it. And then look at how he was overwhelmingly voted to kick out. So it wasn't just, right, but it wasn't just Jerry and I that thought he was suspicious.
I just didn't want to see him dancing around with his codpiece on camera.
Ned, what were you trying to say?
I was saying, why do you specifically think that Dracula has it in?
Just because I was kind of the most brought up yesterday, so if because it's like it's like whoever gets nominated and seconded dies regardless, I would be a really easy target.
When the werewolves try to target you, though?
What do you mean?
Well, if you think you're such a target, why wouldn't the werewolves try to kill you?
Because I look suspicious right now. A lot of people suspect me, so why would a werewolf try to kill me if people will kill me?
Yeah, decoy, okay.
I would like to say something. I actually thought that the nomination of Alex was fishy. I thought, like, I mean, he often plays aggressive when he's a villager, and when he's a werewolf, that's when he's quiet. So I actually felt quite, well, I wasn't sure about Alex, you never know, but I figured he's less likely to be a werewolf. And the way that the nomination happened, and then the second, I definitely thought that maybe not Anna and Jerry both, but I'm actually thinking Jerry might be a wolf, because also when someone was pointing out Joseph, I think it was Abdul who mentioned Joseph, Jerry quickly deflected and talked about Alex's costume thing. And that was something that I actually made a note of already then. And now in retrospect, when he then got nominated and killed, which by the way, I also voted down on because I didn't want the starving wolf thing. I really think that that's where my biggest suspicion lies at the moment.
That's how I did Mr. Monarch. That's the man. That's why I nominated him.
No, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time Jerry's made a poorly strategic, hasty nomination, but if she hasn't learned the lesson, then maybe we don't want her in the village.
I nominated for the above reason. It's like, and I didn't, that whole deflection thing, I didn't notice I was doing that. Which I know sounds really terrible, but I didn't.
I'm looking at, I'm reading the thing. I didn't even pick up on the starving wolf thing.
I'm gonna need a nomination for today because we've not had one yet.
I'll nominate Matthias.
What? That was random.
Graham nominates Matthias. Is there anyone who seconds? All right, Ned seconds. This is the first nomination of the day. I want to make sure I'm saying it right, Matthias. Is it Matthias or Matthias?
Matthias. It's Swedish.
Sorry. Yep,
So.
thank you. So Matthias, this is your defense.
But it doesn't really matter. I understand.
I want to make sure I correct it.
So yeah, I'm a villager. Nothing much to go on. We are a bit short on villagers, so we really can't afford to kill a villager tonight.
Who do you think we should kill?
One of the werewolves, preferably.
That's helpful.
But a monster wouldn't be that bad. If your guesses from the last night is correct, we should be like 5 villagers left. If we kill one and the werewolf kill one, we're dead.
Who are you suspicious of, Matthias?
None really, but I think your logic about Jerry made sense. So if I would have to pick one, I would pick Jerry, but I don't really have a suspicion.
All right, so I'm gonna mute you all. Go ahead, Anna.
Matthias, do you have a role?
No.
All right, so you're all muting. This is the first vote of the day. This is for Matthias. And 3, 2, 1, vote. There's only 2 votes down and 10 votes up. That is not enough to kill, and that was the first vote of the day.
I don't mind saying why I voted down, and I'm also interested in Ned, but like I caught 2 things that Matthias said that I didn't like. He said we don't have to kill tonight, which we usually kind of I know, Graham, we usually hand wave it away, but for me, I mean, it is something to take account of subconsciously. Taken by itself, that probably wouldn't have been enough. But then the only suspicion he had was Jerry playing off Barbie. That was more suspicious to me.
I didn't say we shouldn't kill. I said we shouldn't kill a villager, but we should definitely kill if it goes down to 3 votes.
You said we shouldn't kill a villager tonight.
I say we need to be careful because we're running out of villagers, but I still think we should kill every night. We are in danger.
You're right. You're muted, Ned.
I was probably going to vote up until Anna asked that question about, do you have a role? And I don't know, it seemed like the odds of being a villager without a role or any role at all seems very low and very convenient. And that's always the excuse people give, is like, no, I'm just a villager, ordinary villager, no role, no nothing. So if you hadn't said that, I've been like, that's what made me go down.
But didn't you have your suspicions before that, because you were the one who seconded Matthias?
Well, no one else was. We needed to vote because Connor was pushing it, so go ahead and get it through. And I knew it wasn't going to pass.
It's very often the second nomination passes.
This was the first.
So, oh, this was the first. Okay. Oh yeah, sorry.
And I agree. We need to nominate people. So.
How many plain villagers do we think are in the game?
Hardly any. Considering how many villagers have died, I don't know.
Well, if they are right,
this could be good. Actually, do all of the plain villagers want to raise their hand, and I'll write down your names because there can't be that many of you.
We're all waving.
I think that's not a good idea for the people who have roles.
That is why I'm asking. That is why.
So Josh.
Yep.
For whatever reason, I trust you, and I don't know if I'm wrong, but if you were to, I will say this, if you were or someone else were to nominate Matthias again, I will vote to kill him with you based on what you said. He's high up on my sus list. Graham is being extremely quiet. I know he plays quiet, but he plays quieter when he's evil than he does when he's not. But I don't know.
I felt like I was speaking too much. So.
Kind of think it's important to find one that isn't a villager, no matter what.
Balazs, maybe? Or sorry, you.
Yeah, if the werewolves can kill it, if we kill a villager now and the werewolf hits one in the night, then I think it's pretty bad.
But if we kill a villager, the werewolves can't kill a villager because then they will lose the game.
Exactly, but they don't know who is who.
But they can't really. I guess they can't not kill. I guess they have to kill.
They have to kill.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have a fun housing, so.
So if there are 2 of those, what was it called, outcast, and if there are 3 normal wolves, then that would be 5. That would be 4 wolves left, and 3 monsters, right?
Yeah, and we were 16 from the beginning.
7. 7.
8 villagers. Well, we weren't with 16 from the beginning.
That's cursed.
They haven't hit the curse yet.
Because if Van Helsing, okay, there was only 2 deaths last night, though.
Yeah, and a
Only.
hunter kill,
Chopper killed the werewolf, probably.
So if we might only be 5 villagers left.
Gonna need that second nomination, please.
I have a
We'll go to sleep
question.
tonight.
So if Van Helsing acts, shouldn't there have been, well, no, I guess there could have been 2.
Yeah, if the Chupacabra thingy killed a, but it wasn't a werewolf. Oh yeah, Joseph was killed in the night.
Joseph was a werewolf.
Yeah, so that can
so
be.
That must be the Chupacabra.
Chupacabra or Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Right, but if the Chupacabra had chosen a villager, then there would only have been 2.
Yeah.
Do I have a nomination, or are we going to sleep without a kill today?
And that's a bad idea.
Matthias, nominate someone.
No, I don't dare to. I don't want to die if we have the
Otherwise we go
rabbit
to
wolf.
sleep.
Who has said the least? I would probably nominate Balazs.
But
But
a
not,
nomination?
no.
I'll give you about 10 more seconds as a group. I'm not putting this on Matthias, so you guys can decide.
Well, if it's only 10 more seconds, I will nominate Balazs.
Okay. All right. Matthias nominates.
Because I don't want to go to sleep without killing someone.
Yep. Matthias nominates Balazs.
But I don't really think we should kill him. So.
Is there a second for that?
So you want to go to sleep?
All right. Luciana seconds. So Matthias nominated Balazs, and Luciana second. Balazs, this is your defense. And this is the second of the day.
Yay. So I'm not talking much because I'm on the village team and I want to figure out how to find the wolves and kill them. I don't have my melodic ready for my defense, but I have other things in my pocket. I don't know. At the beginning, when we asked Jerry if she's wolf or not, I kind of didn't like the answer, and I know that some other people raised her name earlier, and I'm not trying to jump on that train.
I'm used to it.
Yep, but I'm still doing it, and you shouldn't kill me.
Do you have a role, Balazs?
I would say I have, because villager is a role as well.
That's avoiding.
Would you rather kill Josh or Jerry?
Just because I played with Joseph and he always throws someone under the bus, I would rather kill Jerry and give Josh the chance to prove himself. I just don't want to go with that because.
But I don't think Jerry was thrown under the bus.
No, Josh was.
Oh,
and I don't want to play because of that.
Oh,
how Joseph
okay.
always
okay.
plays.
Okay, makes sense now.
And I don't want to. And I kind of want to eliminate
But
my
does
contender
that
for
mean
the
that
werewolf
you
that
will
time.
also ignore how he mentioned Victoria?
I kind of trusting Victoria right now.
Why?
I don't know yet.
What? You don't know why you trust her?
All right.
No, that's my
well,
feeling.
You guys want to hear more from Balazs? You have to save him today. I want to meet you all. All right, this is the second vote of the day. In 3, 2, 1, vote. There's 1 vote down and 11 votes up. That is not enough to kill, and that was the second vote of the day.
Why do you have such a strong reaction to Balaj saying that he has a good
But
feeling
why did
about me?
Matthias not? Why did
Nominate
you,
Jerry when he
nominate
said that was
Jerry?
his
That was
only.
what I was wondering.
No, I
If you
nominated
said you were
Balaj because he was
suspicious.
quiet and I didn't want to kill him and we ran out of time.
Balaj's defense was piss poor, and
Yeah.
when I asked for a role, when I asked if he had a role to say, well, I would say I have a role as a villager, and then everything else that came after it just sounded like garbage to me. And to me, he was deflecting. I think that him and Josh might be werewolves, and he was deflecting away from Josh because of Joseph. And I'm
not a werewolf.
Balaj is number 1 on my list right now.
I shouldn't be.
And you're still not suspicious of Jerry at all?
From what she has said, I do not believe she's a werewolf. Do I know if she's a monster? I don't know. But as far as werewolf goes, I don't believe she's a werewolf.
Anna, how does a monster look different from a werewolf to you?
Well, I think that Jerry may have a role, but I don't believe it's a werewolf, is what I'm saying. So I don't know if it's a good role or a monster, but I don't believe she's a werewolf.
Anyone who plays with me and Anna, she always knows if I'm a werewolf, I cannot lie to her. She thinks I'm a werewolf, she's going to tell everyone I'm a werewolf.
But if she's on the same team as you, does she then still do that?
We've never been on the same team.
There's a first for everything.
There is a first for everything, but it's a case of I can't lie to her. She is my kryptonite.
Be careful, because the last time you said that you
is she
were
lying
on the
about that?
werewolf team.
Anna did play very differently last time she was a monster with me.
First time I played the monster werewolf villager team.
I mean, Josh, just so the conversation doesn't come back and end with you getting nominated, do you want to talk before you get super suspicious?
I don't mind talking, but yeah, I don't like what's going on between Anna and Jerry right now. I'm also pretty suspicious of Matthias. I'm just trying to go back and forth in my head about like which could be a werewolf, which could be monsters. I think I'm leaning towards Jerry and Anna being monsters, actually. Matthias being a werewolf. I bought into Balaj's defense, so I'm gonna trust him for now. And right now, I think the people on my team, which the villager team, is Barbie, Luciana, and I don't know about anyone else. That's my problem. I'm leaning towards trusting Victoria because, I think since Joseph turned out to be a werewolf, I think he was just trying to cause confusion. But I don't know. I had in my head overnight that like I had figured out who 3 bad people were, whether they were going to be monsters or werewolves, and we could talk about that. And then Joseph turning out to be a werewolf is kind of throwing a wrench in all that. So
we'll have a third nomination for this day. Third nomination.
And less suspicious of Josh.
I think I'm going to nominate Jerry. I don't know.
All right, Barbie.
I might be terribly wrong, but
is there a second for that? All right, Ned second. So Barbie nominated, Ned second. This is the third vote of the day. Jerry, this is your defense.
Okay. I have a role, and you can decide what you want to do with me or not. I am the Chupacabra. I killed Joseph. The other monsters, I'm not going to say, but Anna did not wake up with me. So if you want to keep me alive, and I'll keep hunting werewolves and try and whittle down if you think that many. If you want to kill me to get rid of a monster, that's up to you as well.
Is this the third nomination?
Yeah.
This is the third nomination, so I'm going to mute you all because no matter what, you are going to sleep. All right, so this is a vote for Jerry. In 3, 2, 1, vote. That is 8 votes down and 4 votes up. That is enough to kill. Jerry, you are dead, and Jerry was a monster. Good night, everybody. Adam is going to run this next night and day, so I'll let Adam take it away.
All right, everybody go to sleep. And let me first have my monsters wake up. Monsters, give you a few seconds to write a name. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Okay, reveal in 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you. Monsters go back to sleep. And bodyguard, please wake up. Bodyguard, remember you cannot protect the same person back to back. Thank you. You can go to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Werewolves, who would you like to kill? Oh, okay, thank you. You can go back to sleep. Mystic Wolf, please wake up. Mystic Wolf, who would you like to check? Whoever you check, I will give you their role. All right, there you go, thank you. You can go back to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Okay, thank you. Outcast Wolves, go back to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. If you would like to kill someone, give me their name. Okay. Thank you. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, please wake up. Let me know if you want to use a potion or if you would like to check somebody or research somebody. If this is your second time researching them, I will give you their exact role. Okay, thank you. And finally, Seer, please wake up. Seer, let me know the person you would like to check in the team. Remember, thumbs up means that you are correct. Thumbs down means that you are not. Okay, thank you. Everybody wake up. Stay muted just to make sure I get all of this right. First, we have dead member of the village team, Barbie. Barbie, you are dead. And also Hella, you are also dead. And also a member of the village team. And let me just double check everything. Yep, that is all that happened last night.
This is bad.
Yeah.
How many wolves do we have? Are we thinking?
Well, if
3 to 4.
someone said 5 the first day, and if they are right, there's only 3 villagers left.
So that
Revising that to hopefully 4, an optimistic 4 day 1, and now we're down to 3.
That I don't know if you're muted, but I didn't hear you.
I just wondered how many wolves we think there are.
Well, we said that we probably started with 5, and since we've only killed 1, I'd say there are still 4 left. But I don't know how many. Do you know?
Did someone play
Well-
last time?
Huh?
I have never played with the outcast wolf or what the heck they call it.
I don't remember last time, but it's probably a different player count anyway, so it wouldn't be too
Yeah,
much to rely on.
But I've never played with outcast wolves. But I guess they are less in number than the werewolves.
That's what I had assumed, but I believe Connor had one game where they were an equal number. But yeah.
So I would say the village is desperate right now, right?
Very.
All right, I'm the seer. Matthias is a werewolf. Anna's not a werewolf, but doesn't mean she's mightn't be a monster. Graham is not a werewolf, but doesn't mean he might not be a monster as well. But Matthias is definitely a werewolf. So if there's bodyguard, that's my plea.
So I would say, since we don't want to do, we don't want a rabid wolf to catch, and we still have a Van Helsing obviously alive, we kill someone other than Matthias today.
Who?
Why?
Because Van Helsing can kill Matthias at night in case he's the rabid wolf.
And if we don't kill the werewolf now?
The Van Helsing act after the wolves.
So if we have a bodyguard and Ned has a check tonight, he could just check one of the 2 people who nominates and seconds Matthias. I don't understand why we wouldn't go after the obvious werewolf.
Right, because
And
even if he's executed by Van Helsing,
I mean,
that has to be a nomination. I'm sorry, I don't know these rules well
But
enough.
we could be really unlucky if the Boogeyman
maybe I just
selects
don't,
Van Helsing.
don't get it.
In my mind,
I feel like I don't
think-
get it.
I don't know. Whenever I played as a
think that
hunter,
points to
I
Graham being
liked
a
having a
werewolf.
werewolf alive that I knew I could kill when they died. We don't have a hunter, but we do have somebody else who can kill werewolves.
But
So-
he acts after the wolves and not before the wolves. I don't
In
know
my
how that
mind-
works.
Let's
sorry.
just put 2 people who are suspicious and make them nominate in second.
Wait, I would like to hear what Josh has to say.
Sorry, in my mind, that Graham trying to keep a werewolf alive means he's a werewolf. So
He was checked. He's not.
Sorry about that,
Oh,
Josh.
He might be a monster, but he's not
I think Josh. is a
well, he might be.
werewolf.
I don't know, but like that, I don't understand the reasoning at all why we wouldn't want to try to kill a werewolf.
Because we have other ways that won't turn people of killing.
But we
a werewolf.
don't.
But if we kill-
Okay, Graham, if you have another good suspicion right now, then you should release it, because right now
I'd like to nominate Josh.
I will second it.
But if
All right,
No.
we have our first nomination of the day. Graham nominated Josh and Anna seconded. So let me mute you all, and Josh, you can give your defense. Unmute yourself, Josh. Sorry, I muted everybody.
I'm just a plain villager. I know there's probably not many of us left, many of us on the villager team at all. I think that was just very suspicious of Graham. I just forgot that he was checked, but I don't like it anyways as a villager player. So maybe he's a monster. I don't understand why we wouldn't kill the obvious werewolf Matthias. So I mean, to me, this is just I've been confused all game, but like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Why we would try to keep a werewolf alive throughout the day.
Have you ever been in a game with a hunter who knows that they can kill a werewolf as long as there's one alive?
Yeah, but I mean, but like, let them go after a secondary suspicion. It's fine. I am just a villager at this point. We need numbers, so it's not a good idea to kill me. I think we probably need to hear more from Abdul, from Anna, and I would even throw out Victoria right now. I think we have to come back to Victoria and maybe Joseph throwing a werewolf under the bus first day.
I mean, Matthias seconded it. Never mind. Wait a second. Nope. Never mind.
Wait. No, didn't Anna second?
I think no, but I think Matthias voted down
Matthias
on.
was the first.
I thought
nominated.
Matthias voted down on you, Josh, but I got.
So-
I
so-
can't remember actually.
Josh, if we're gonna.
But
kill
I don't
Matthias
think
today-
Josh. I don't think you're. I don't know why you're being nominated, Josh.
All right, I'm gonna mute everybody. It's time for the vote. This is our first vote of the day for Josh. Thumbs up to save, thumbs down to kill. In 3, 2, 1, vote. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, everybody keep your votes up, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 votes up, 1 vote down. Day continues.
So this is what I don't get. I mean, Josh and
Hold
I.
on, there was 2 votes down, guys.
No, and
Hold on,
Van
let-
Helsing.
we are
he
just-
just,
we're just
outed me
Lucy's
as Van
talk.
Helsing
Let-
because my vote didn't count for killing a villager.
Luciana, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, okay, but now that, okay, I'm just genuinely confused. That's all. Just like you, Josh. I did not understand why you were being nominated, but I do now. But with Graham, you just never know.
I mean, so werewolves, if Josh is actually a villager, then don't kill me tonight because I'm going to target him. So
But maybe I'm misunderstood. But if the wolves attack Van Helsing first, Van Helsing doesn't get to act, right? So why are we relying on Van Helsing
We're
right
not.
now?
I don't think we are,
We're
but
gonna
I
kill
think
Matthias.
I would like. Listen, I would like to get. I think we should kill Matthias today, but I think we should get. I don't know.
But we should
I
be
could-
careful because how many?
I like we only done 1 nomination, and that is the only reason I didn't vote to kill Josh, because I don't think he's a villager. But it was the first nomination. I would like to hear more from Balaz and Abdul today. I don't feel like I've heard enough from either of them. And then I think our 3rd nomination needs to be Matthias, and we vote him out.
Do we still need seconds? Right, we do, right? Just checking.
Yes.
What's your suspicion with Josh? Because I had really strong villager vibes for him most of the game. What is it?
I don't know how to quantify it. I just don't like the way he's played, and certain things that he said has just not hit me right. Just the same way as Balaz. I think that Josh and Balaz are both werewolves. I think that Matthias, Josh, and Balaz are werewolves.
Graham, do you still have suspicion on me?
no, not necessarily.
I don't want you
know
to
that I
kill me
did.
tonight.
Josh voted down on Matthias. Anna.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that he's not a werewolf. It
But
was only
they-
Josh. It was a first day vote. It was a first when it was the first nomination. It was only Josh and Ned that voted down on Matthias, and it was the first nomination. He knew he wasn't going to die, so he's trying to get a suspicion off of him because Joseph had thrown him under the bus.
I think that Matthias's defense was horrible. Like I said.
And Matthias nominated me.
Yeah.
Since there's 3 roles out, I'm gonna say my role. I am
You're
Dr.
taking
Jekyll,
too long.
Mr. Hyde.
You're taking way too long.
I'm Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and I checked Ned the first 2 nights, and I saw that he was Seer, which was really annoying that you came out, because I was going to vote Matthias next, but because you voted down on Matthias.
He had to. We are
Yeah,
doing
I know.
horrible.
It
We are
just
doing
kind of
very
sucked
bad.
because I knew that, and it was like, if you said
Well, you
Matthias,
could
I
have
would've
said it
pushed for
because
you.
now he's going to die.
The only reason I wasn't sure was because, yesterday you said that Matthias's defense was what changed your mind. So I was like, oh, okay, so you're not sure about Matthias. But if you
No, I
don't
was
know.
sure.
And then I checked Helly yesterday, and she died. So, and I only get 2 checks tonight. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have not nominated anyone so far. I'm going to use potions just to stay alive, and that's when I'm going to nominate. But I'm going to prove that I don't use 3 potions by not nominating 3 days. I did not use a potion last night.
I really don't want to push it to the third nomination, because if we have still 4 werewolf labs, they can easily kill 1 villager.
Yeah, I don't want myself, Ned, Anna, or Victoria to nominate Matthias. So
I don't want to do it either.
Do we have a nomination?
Will Josh, Abdul, Luciana take it for the team?
I mean, so
I'm going to do it for Josh. I nominate Matthias.
Okay. There's our first a nomination. Do we have a second for Matthias?
Josh, you might as well, because you're either going to die tonight or tomorrow. When
yeah,
I'm dead
I
and you're
mean,
not.
I might as I'm. It's a good sacrificial move, so I'll second.
All right.
So scared.
Hopefully Luciana's the one that turns.
No,
No offense, Luciana. No offense.
I'm doing this for you.
All right. I'm going to mute everybody. This is our second nomination of the day. Luciana nominated Matthias, and Josh seconded. So your defense?
Nope.
All right.
Any suspicions?
With that, we will vote. Thumbs up to save, thumbs down to kill. In 3, 2, 1, vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 votes down. That is enough. You've killed Matthias, and he was a werewolf. Don't go to sleep yet. In the possibility he was the rabid wolf, I will message either Luciana or Josh. Just give me a second. Okay. You should have that message if you returned. Now everybody go to sleep.
And I'm back in, so I'm good. Thank you, Adam. I should be back now permanently. All right, so let's start it off with the monsters. Please wake up. Give you a couple seconds to write down a name. Please remember too, you cannot repeat back-to-back names. All right, in 3, 2, 1, reveal. Okay, thank you. Monsters, please go to sleep. Bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Bodyguard, go back to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Werewolves, go to sleep. Mystic Wolf, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Go back to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Go back to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill tonight if you want to. All right, thank you. Van Helsing, go back to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to research somebody, write down a name. If you want to give me a potion, just write down potion. All right, thank you. Back to sleep. Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Seer, go back to sleep. And everybody can wake up. And there was a death last night. Graham, you were dead, and Graham was a villager.
I did not get a message from Adam, so
Me
Luciana.
neither. No, we are safe.
I'll nominate Abdul.
What was
I second.
Okay, Victoria nominated Abdul.
Because he has been on my list for like very long right now.
Why?
Well, there's no one else left. I mean, people came out with roles, and he didn't say anything. He hasn't said anything in like 2 days, and he's on my list. So I thought if somebody is going to nominate him, I'm going to second just to hear him talk a bit and hear his defense.
I didn't want to die today.
I'm going to meet you all real quick because I'm going to let Abdul give his defense before you guys start talking over that. So Victoria nominated Abdul and Luciana seconded. This is the first vote of the day. Abdul, this is your defense.
I'm really torn at the moment. I don't know if we need to switch to hunting monsters. I'm still trying to do the numbers because it's so tight. Because we've got 1, 2, 3. I'm really wondering why Anna is so intent on Balash. Yeah, I'm just trying to piece that together there. I mean, you know, obviously, don't kill me. In terms of suspicions, I really... Yeah, I just don't know how to read it because I'm kind of swayed a bit by the... that there might be a partnership between Josh and Balash, but at the same time, he indicated a role. So I'm thinking, I guess what I'm coming to here is I think either Balash or Anna is a monster. I think that's where it's leading me. And werewolves or wolf, it could be Josh. I don't know. Yeah, that's... I'm still finding it really difficult. So, like, that's the best I can do for a defense. You know, because I just don't have the experience that you guys have. And I found 2-team games really difficult with all the roles we have. So that's where I'm going. Because what have we got left? How many have we left? 6.
7 left.
Oh, yeah, we're down into that row there.
And since we are getting down to that number, I do want to say when we get down to 6 or fewer, I'll just do 1 nomination. We won't need seconds anymore.
Yeah, look, I've got nothing else to say here. I mean, I wanted more time to think it through before getting it out. Yeah. Okay, so...
All right, go ahead. I saw Balaj. Go ahead.
Would you accept a question from Ned? Because he had something to say before.
Yeah, of course.
No, it wasn't a question. I was trying to say something before the nomination even happened. But
yeah, so if
for
it's
me,
not
that's a question.
If it's not a question, can't say anything. So, Josh, if you have a question for Abdul.
Abdul, would you agree that we could vote up for you now, talk about what Ned's information is, kind of ask Victoria and Luciana why they quickly, nominated and seconded, and then come back to you and kill you then?
Well, obviously, you can always kill me later. That's preferable.
All right, so I'm going to mute you all because this is the first vote of the day. This is for Abdul. All right, so we're going to vote in 3, and Abdul, you can vote for this as well. 3, 2, 1, vote. That is 1 vote down, 6 votes up. But Abdul, you are dead. And Abdul was a werewolf. So please, before you go back to sleep, just in case he was the rabid wolf, don't go to sleep yet, just in case I have to message somebody. All right, you guys can go to sleep. All right, let's start it off with the monsters. Please wake up. Give you a couple seconds to write down a name. All right, 3. All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, thank you. Can I get my bodyguard? Please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Bodyguard, go back to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Werewolves, go back to sleep. Mystic Wolf, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, thank you. Mystic Wolf, go back to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Outcast Wolves, go back to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill tonight. If so, who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to research, write down a name, or if you want to write a potion, use a potion, write that down. All right, thank you. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go back to sleep. And Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, Seer, go back to sleep. Everybody wake up. And there was a kill last night. Anna, you are dead. And Anna was a monster. So I only need one nomination. There does not need to be seconds. Victoria, your screen did go blurry again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, Ned.
How many werewolves do we have, do you think, left?
We have one monster, so we have one werewolf.
Only monsters can scare, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoever scared me, that was a really bad idea because I could have switched to your team, but now I can't. So, all right.
Well,
I actually. So what happened with Abdul makes me think that you might already be on that team.
That was the first time that I nominated, and the only reason I nominated was because last time I played, Cody was Dr. Hyde, Mr. Jekyll, and he died because someone nominated and killed someone really quick the one time he took potion, so I didn't want that to happen. And I was going for someone who I thought would not have been chosen. Sorry, go Ned.
Okay, Blas is not a werewolf. Josh is a werewolf.
Okay.
No, I'm not a werewolf.
Josh is a werewolf, and
I must be a lichen.
might be, but we're down to 5 people.
So I am.
So it's either you or Luciana. That's it. I mean.
So I must be a lichen. I've been a villager all game. And I did not get a message from Adam. I think Luciana turned, and that explains the quick second.
I did not turn. No, I did not turn. The quick second was because everybody came out with the role. He hasn't said anything for 2 days straight. And those people are usually werewolves, the ones who lean back and just let the village do the killing. And that was why he was so high on my list. The fact that Victoria, her only nomination was or happened to be the Dracula kill makes me very sus of her. We cannot prove if she is really Dr. Hyde right now, which is why I don't know right now who we should kill. I trust Ned enough to.
Well, but Ned just said Balazs was a monster. We've killed 2 monsters.
No, he said he's a werewolf.
I honestly think Luciana's the monster, and she knew that he was going to die.
I did not know that. No.
We have one
Real quick,
monster
Ned,
for
your
sure.
volume's a little low. And I know you're talking. We can barely hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
That's better. Yeah.
Better? Okay. No, I said Balaz is not a werewolf. I didn't say he was a monster.
Oh, I
No,
misheard
I'm
you
not.
then.
I'm
Sorry.
not. So we have guaranteed one monster, who is the Boogeyman, most likely. We have Ned the Seer. We have a possibly turned Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Oh.
Well, I was scared last night. I'm not turned because I've only done it once. I've nominated 1 time, so I
know.
I have to do
No,
it.
no, it's because of Abdul. If he
Oh,
was,
no, I
if he
wasn't
was the
turned.
rabbit wolf.
Well, I did not get a message. I'm still a villager.
I don't trust that.
I'm just genuinely confused about Victoria right now.
I was scared last night, so I assume that would be the unless does the monster act before the werewolf?
Yep.
Monsters are
So-
first to go.
Anna was a monster,
don't know.
or
Anyway, we have one monster left. It's either the Boogeyman or Dracula.
well, the Boogeyman acted on me last night.
And he or she acted on me the previous night.
I mean, for the village, we have to kill a werewolf. It's not me. I think it's Luciana who turned.
I did not turn. I did not turn. Ned checked you. Why are we talking about this?
Look, I know I'm not a werewolf. I have to be a lichen. I'm sorry, Luciana. Like you're the
Oh, there's
like I trust Ned, and I mean you're the one who I think was the
But
most suspicious.
You going after me just because I nominated and seconded already kind of is a bit shady, because who else would you go after?
Ned, do you want to kill Josh today? Because I'm planning to kill Josh today.
Well, I'm just like
I'm between you and Josh, Victoria. So if you want to kill Josh, you better, because I will kill you if I
No,
get
I nominate Luciana.
All
Do
right.
not-
Josh nominated Luciana, so we're only doing 1 nomination. So this is the first nomination of the day.
Here's
Luciana-
my defense. Why are you going after villager if the seer Ned confirmed a werewolf? Josh, Balazs and Victoria, I beg you, do not kill a villager. Yes, Victoria.
If we vote up on you, will you nominate Josh before anybody else can say anything?
I'm between you and Josh. So if I have to vote Josh, I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm nominate Josh.
I can't nominate
I
again.
I trust Ned. I know for a fact that I didn't turn, and it's just there's no 50-50 for me. I know that I did not turn, so Josh has to be a werewolf then.
Or we don't have a rabbit wolf and we had a starving one, but we killed every day. So
Yeah, so I trust Ned on this one because I know for a fact that I did not turn.
All right, I am gonna mute you all. So this is the first vote of the day. This is for Luciana. We'll vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. That is 4 votes up, 1 vote down. That is not enough to kill, and that was the first vote of the day.
Yeah, I nominate Josh.
You don't need a second. So Luciana nominated Josh. This is the second vote of the day. Josh, this is your defense.
Look, I must be a Lycan. That's why. I mean, we were told Lycans and Curse were probably going to be in the game. I think that's why I showed up as a werewolf. But I did not get the message from Adam. I think if Luciana did, I think she's trying to cover for it. I think she's doing not even a very good job at it. I think she is the werewolf. I do think that we have 1 monster left, so that leaves Balaj. Because I trust Ned to be the seer, and I trust Victoria to be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So I don't know if, I mean, ultimately, like, I don't care if Balaj lives or dies, as long as we can kill the last werewolf, which is Luciana. So so Balaj is good, Victoria is good, Ned is good, Luciana is the werewolf. She's bad. We have to kill her to win the game.
All right, I'm gonna mute you all. This is the second vote of the day. This is for Josh. We'll vote in 3, 2, 1, vote. That is 4 votes down, 1 vote up. That is enough to kill. Josh, you are dead. And Josh was a werewolf. And unfortunately, he was the last werewolf that Luciana nominated. So the village team is the winning team here.
I am on the village team.
Luciana, you should have nominated Balaj and look if Josh kills you or not.
No, Connor, I'm the rabbit wolf. Luciana
No, she's a monster. She's a monster.
She's a monster. She can't turn. All right,
I
so
thought I'm never
mute you
going
all.
to win, so I'd rather have the village win.
That would have been a very, very interesting ending had it worked out differently because, I'll go through this. So Ned was the seer. He checked Balaj, got a no. I think Joseph, no. Who was the first one he checked that he got as a werewolf? Matthias. He got Matthias as a werewolf. Then he checked, I think, he told you pretty much this whole list. We had Graham was Van Helsing. Unfortunately for you, the one night Graham forgot to wake up and didn't get a kill. And then when he did wake up, he killed his only villager, and then he got killed the next time. We had Balaj was the bodyguard who didn't come out, but he kind of told you guys that he got scared at night, so that should have hinted to you that he had a role. He was never successful in protecting anybody, but nobody ever targeted those people anyway, so it didn't matter. Then we had Victoria was Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde. She did know Ned was the seer and then tried to check Hela before she died, and then only had to drink 1 potion because the second night she was scared by the boogeyman, which was Anna. And Anna was actually very successful in scaring people. She scared Joseph the first night, who was a werewolf, so the werewolves didn't get to kill the first night. The outcast wolves did, who I'll explain who those were. Then she scared Josh, who again was a werewolf, so the werewolves didn't get to kill again. Then she scared Balaj, who was the bodyguard, so he couldn't protect. And then she scared Victoria, who was Dr. Jekyll, so she was successful in scaring people with roles every night. The very first night for the monsters, all 3 monsters wrote Joseph's name down. So it was a good thing, but it was actually a bad thing because Boogeyman and Dracula didn't do anything because Chupacabra ended up killing Joseph. So Luciana was Dracula. She was successful in killing Abdul. When Victoria nominated Abdul, she jumped on that because she knew that would instantly kill him. Unfortunately for Luciana, if Abdul was a villager, you guys would have won because it would have been 2, 2, and 1. And unfortunately, he was the werewolf, so it didn't work out. Balaj was the one she's tried to scare last night. She's tried to scare Balaj twice, but he was never nominated during those times. And then Jerry was Chupacabra. She was successful in killing Jace the very first night, but then no other night. We had Hella, Barbie, and Jesse were the regular villagers. You guys killed every regular villager, and the Lycan, who was Lucas, and Alex, who was cursed at the very beginning. You literally, the end of the game was all rolls. If everyone had a roll at the end of the game, which is kind of crazy that you killed every regular villager there. Joseph was the werewolf hunter. He killed Jesse. Matthias was just a regular werewolf, but you guys were a little nervous that he could have been the rabid. Josh was the rabid wolf, and had anybody other than Luciana nominated him, they would have turned. So if Luciana would have just waited and tried to see if somebody else would have done it. And then Abdul was the most killing werewolf of them all. He was the only outcast wolf, and he got lots of kills because the werewolves kept getting scared. So he was the one doing most of the killings. But it was definitely that ending. I was trying to think about how many different ways this could go because of Luciana still being able to. Honestly, I'm surprised, Luciana, you just didn't go ahead and nominate Balaj because he would have died, and then you could have kept doing that until people unless somebody realized you were Dracula. But I thought for sure.
I know. I should have.
Yeah.
Too scared.
I'm glad you didn't.
I'm
Victoria,
a chicken.
the reason I scared because I didn't necessarily think that you were Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I still had suspicion on Alex's crazy bull crap that he was doing than he was. And I thought that the werewolf would have killed Ned. So
what was that?
I was so surprised that Anna survived that long because Cherry mentioned her and I thought, oh God,
Luciana,
I'm going to be the only one.
Luciana, they're never going to accept you in the village anyway. Like they're not going to let you live in your castle.
Why not?
They're going to come with their torches and drive you out anyway. Like you should have gone with the werewolves, you know.
I should get credit for killing Alex because he was cursed. It's like
yeah.
So
well,
what
were you saying, Ned? Sorry, I can hear.
Ever since I came out, I was like, okay, that's my last night. It's my last night. It's my last night. And it never happened. And I kept thinking, maybe the bodyguard did it one night, but it doesn't explain the next one.
I was already trying to protect you, and then Connor just said, "Scared."
Josh needed to kill Graham, which was.
No, it was smart that Josh killed Graham because Graham was gonna just start shooting people because.
But like I told the village, if I'm dead tomorrow, Josh killed me in the night. I told the werewolves I was going to kill Josh unless I was killed, and then the werewolves killed me. Like
I thought Josh was the seer, so I don't know.
I sincerely regret killing Lucas, I must say. The only Lycan in the game, my shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got rid of the Lycan and the curse. They were like the first two people you guys killed.
Imagine if Abdul had targeted Alex. If we got one turned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and again, there were that ending there.
Oh, the rabbit. Yeah.
If anybody had nominated Josh and killed him, they would have become a werewolf. And then if Luciana wasn't killed that next night and
she could have, monsters could have won.
Well, she was Dracula. She would have
I thought everybody had a very fair, equal chance of winning.
No. It was a very good game.
If I hadn't died, I was going to say I nominate Balaz because I know that Luciana had nominated him.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew that he was going to die no matter what, and we would, and then us as monsters would have had a chance because then to kill the next day.
It was very close for the monsters. Yeah, very
whoever
close.
she put up, I was going to nominate them because I was like, they're an automatic kill.
Josh had the option between village win or monster win. He chose village win.
Yeah, and Anna pissed me off by coming after me early. So.